Hello everyone, this is Tim from TribeFan879, and this is start 32 of the 1971 Tom Seaver Strat-O-Matic Advanced Replay. Today the Cubs will be visiting Shea Stadium to face the Mets, and facing Tom Seaver will once again be Juan Pizarro. And leading off for the Cubs is Cleo James. And a 2-9, and that's a 7, and he rips a double to center field. And now this will be Gene Heiser, a left-handed hitting center fielder. And a 6-6 against the lefty. That's an 6-6 against the lefty. 11. That'll be a base hit for Heiser. However, James can only go to third. And the Cubs have runners on the corners with nobody out for Carmen Fanzone. And we get his card pulled up. Fanzone is playing third base today. Probably not his best position. And here's the pitch to Fanzone. And a 6-4 against a righty swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. And here is Pat Bork playing first base. So the Cubs are going with the heavy September call-up lineup today. And the first baseman, left-handed hitting first baseman, faces Seaver. Runners on the corners. 1 down. And a 4-6 against the lefty. Just what the doctor ordered. Ground ball to second. That's Foley to Martinez to Clendenin. Inning, double play. And we go to the bottom half of the first. Cubs nothing, and the Mets coming to bat. And leading off is the shortstop, Ted Martinez. And a 1-5. Pizarro is a lefty, but that doesn't matter. That's a base hit for Martinez. And they will have to hold on because the catcher, Rudolph, does not have a good arm. But he'd still be a 1-11. They'll hold him on, but he won't probably not be going anywhere. And here's Mike Jorgensen. And a 2-7 against the lefties. A fly ball to center. Heiser under it. 1 down, and here is Cleon Jones. And a 6-10 is a third base X. And that would be for Fanzone. Oh boy, a 16 should be in range. And he knocks it down. Throws to second for 1, but the relay throw is not in time. And Jones will be held on, not going anywhere. So 2 down, runner on first, and here is Don Clendenin to face Juan Pizarro in a scoreless game. And a 4-10 against to raise a center field X. That is Heiser, 4 and a 4. That's going to be over his head and bounce up against the wall. And a 4 with a 4 rated fielder is a double 3 stars. So Jones is on his horse and he will score from first. And the Mets take a 1-0 lead on the RBI double by Clendenin. And here is Leroy Stanton. Pause while I look up his card. All right, and here is the right fielder to stand in against Pizarro. And a 4-11 is chance for the left fielder, Brock Davis. 3 and a 16. back towards the wall, and he makes the catch as he goes into the wall, but hangs on, and that'll retire the side, but not until the Mets get one. And after one inning, it's the Mets nothing, Mets one and the Cubs nothing. My bad. All right, so Seaver will face leading off will be the second baseman Paul Popovich. And here's the pitch to Popovich. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. And a 4-5 is a fly ball to left. One down. And here is Brock Davis, the left fielder today. And another 4-5 and another fly ball to left. Two down. And here is Hector Torres, the shortstop. And a 4-4 this time. And that's a fly ball to left field. Coming in is Cleon Jones, and he is retired the side. We go to the bottom half of the second. The Mets have a 1-0 lead. Here is Bob Aspromonte. And a 5-9 against a righty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll bring up Jerry Grody, the catcher. And a 6-10's another third base X, but this will not be in range for Fan Zone. No. And now the only way he can get it out is if he rolls a 2 and the white die is a 5 or 6. And no. So error on Fan Zone. And that'll bring up Tim Foley, the second baseman. They will not hold Grody on. And here's the pitch to Foley. 3-8 line drive caught by Torres. 2 down, and that'll bring up Seaver. And a 3-7 swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the side. We are through 2, and the Mets still have a 1-0 lead. And Seaver will be facing the bottom of the order here against the Cubs. Leading off is the catcher, Ken Rudolph. Okay, here's the pitch from Seaver to Rudolph. And a 3-6, and that's a 10, and that's a base hit. And now the corners are going to come in. They're going to be expecting a bunt. And Pizarro is a C bunter. Yeah, they'll take a chance. And now that'll make him a D bunter. And here is the pitch. Pizarro squares around. Oh boy, this might be a double play. Sacrifice, D, and a 12. It's pumped up to the catcher. Grody makes the play, and he throws the first, and he catches Rudolph napping. Double play. All right, I'll bring back to the top of the order and Cleo James. Cleo doubled his first time up, off the game with a double. And a 5-11 is a first base X. That is not in Clendenin's range, although just not. And he is an E25. And this will be an automatic error for Clendenin to see if it's not a one base or two base error. And it's a one base error, so bobbles it. Couldn't get it, and error on Clendenin. So James has reached base twice today. And that'll bring us to Gene Heiser. And here's the pitch to Heiser, who singled his last time up. And a 1-5 against a righty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the second strikeout for Seaver today, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom half of the third. Mets lead 1-0. And leading off is back to the top of the order is Ted Martinez. And a 3-9 against the lefty, swing and a miss, strike 3. So one down here in the third, and here is Mike Jorgensen. And a 3-11 ground ball to second, right at Popovich, and he'll retire Jorgensen, 2 down. Here's Cleon Jones. And a 6-7 is a second base to X. And that is Popovich, 2 and a 5. Fine play by Popovich. Gets up, throws to first in time, and that will retire the Mets in order. And we go to the fourth. 1-0 Mets. Due up for the Cubs in this half inning, Fanzone, Bork, and Popovich. And here is Fanzone. He struck out his first time up. And does Fanzone have normal power against right-handed hitting? Right-handed pitching? Yes, he does. And a 10 is good enough. Fanzone rips one deep left field, and that ball is out of here. So that 6-5 roll is a little treacherous for Seaver against righties. And that one, you did not miss. Fanzone didn't. So tie game, 1-1. And here's Pat Bork. Let me get Bork's stat up here. And Bork with a 2-8 against a righty. And that's a ground ball to second. Easy play for Foley. 1 down. And here is Paul Popovich. And a 5-11, that's to the first baseman, Clendenin. And he won't get to that, so we know that's an error check. Well, that's going to be an error. And it's only the one base variety, so Clendenin with his second error today. And here is Brock Davis. They will not hold Popovich on. And here's the pitch to Brock Davis. And a 6-8 against the lefty, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's 2 down, and here is Hector Torres. And a 1-7 against a righty. That's a fly ball to center. Jorgensen gets under it and makes the play, and that retires the side, but not until the Cubs tie it on the Fanzone homer. And going to the bottom of the fourth, tied at 1. And here is Clendenin, who's made 2 errors in the field already. See if he can't redeem himself at the plate. Doubled his last time up. And a 4-10 against a righty. That's a center field X. That is Heiser, a 4 and a 9 will not be in range. 4 and a 9 in center, just not in range. So he is an E4, which helps him out a little bit. A 5 to 10, he will make the play. And that's a good play. So Gene Heiser runs this one down. And that's out number 1. And here's Leroy Stanton. He flew out his first time up. And a 1-6 against the lefty. Base hit. So Leroy Stanton reaches. And here is Bob Aspromonte, the third baseman. They will not hold Stanton on. Here's the pitch to Aspromonte. And a 4-5, and that's a fly ball to center. 2 down, and here is Jerry Grody. And a 3-7 against the lefty, and it unfortunately catches the bad part. Ground ball right back to the mound. And Pizarro takes care of that, and the Mets are retired here in the 4th. They leave 1 on a hit, and we're going to the 5th, tied at 1. And here is Rudolph, Pizarro, and James here in the top of the 5th. And a 4-6 against the righty. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 4th strikeout for Seaver. And here is Pizarro using pitcher hitting card. That should not be number 6. Actually, it should be. He has a normal left-handed hitter, so. And a 2-12, and that ball is ripped to deep right field, and that ball is out of here. Home run for Juan Pizarro. And the Cubs have now taken a 2-1 lead. Holy cow. Yep, that 2-12 is there for the home run on the pitcher hitting card number 6. And here's Cleo James. 1 down, and Cubs now have a 2-1 lead. And a 1-10 is a ground ball to third. Aspromonte up with it. And that retires James. And here is Gene Heiser. And he's now batting for the 3rd time. Single and a strikeout in 2 appearances. And a 4-5 against the lefty. Fly ball to left. And that will retire the side. But not until Juan Pizarro, as Heidi Jester would like to say, pitchers who rake, gives the Cubs a 2-1 lead. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. And here it is Tim Foley leading off here in the bottom of the 5th. And a 1-5. And that's ripped over the center fielder Heiser's head. And into second with a double is Foley. Wow. And here is Seaver. They will let him swing away. Trying to get one of these 5 columns here. Maybe he can rip a home run too. Oh, 6-10, that's a third base X. And I think everybody on a 20. Oh, that's a ground ball C. Okay, so Seaver chops one, charging in his fan zone, and he will make the play at third. So the nice swinging bunt by Seaver moves Foley to third. And there's the tying run. And here comes Martinez, single and a strikeout in 2 appearances. And the Cubs, oof. Wow, do we want to play the infield in? I think the Cubs are going to play the infield in. Try to protect a one-run lead here in the 5th. And a 6-9. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 down. Infield will go back to normal. And here's Mike Jorgensen. And a 6-8 against the lefty. High pop-up. Right side of the infield. Torres calls for it, makes the catch, and the Mets strand a runner on 3rd. We go to the 6th. The Cubs lead 2-1. And Seaver will face fan zone, Bork, and Popovich. Okay, so here's fan zone, whose home run in the 4th tied the game. And a 3-3 against a righty. Pop up behind home plate. Brody throws off the mask and makes the catch in foul territory. 1 down. And here is Pat Bork. All right. Bork grounded into a double play and then grounded out. So 2 groundouts for Bork in 2 appearances. And a 1-10 against a righty. That is a ground ball to shortstop. Martinez fires the first, 2 down. And here is Paul Popovich. And a 2-6 ground ball to short. Martinez once again makes the play, and that'll retire the side in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Cubs still lead 2-1. And that'll bring up Cleon Jones. Reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out in 2 appearances. And a 6-3 against a righty, base hit left field. And they will hold on Jones, but he will not be going. And here is Don Clendenin. And a 2-8. Ooh, found the field goal. Ground ball to 3rd. Fan zone to Popovich for 1. And Popovich will complete the around the horn double play. So quickly, there are 2 outs. And here's Leroy Stanton. Stanton singled his last time up. Excuse me. And a 1-6 against the lefty, and that's another base hit. I think that's the roll he had last time. So Stanton extends the inning, and he will not be held on. Here's Bob Aspromonte. And a 5-6, and that's a fly ball, and running it down is Heiser, and that will retire the side. Oh, 5-5 would have been nice, but 5-6 does not cut it here. So that's a fly ball to center, and that retires the side. We are through 6. 2-1 Cubs. And I'll bring up Davis, Torres, and Rudolph here in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch to Brock Davis. 3-8. And that's a fly ball to center. Jorgensen makes the catch. 1 down, and here is Hector Torres. And a 6-8. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 5th strikeout for Seaver. And I'll bring up Ken Rudolph. Single and a strikeout in 2 appearances. And a 411 against the righty. That's a base hit to right field. And that'll bring up Pizarro, whose home run in the 5th inning is the difference in the game. And a 6-8 against a lefty. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the side. Stretch time here at Shea. Senior, take me out to the ball games as the Mets trail 2-1. At the old ball game. All right, so Pizarro actually has a fatigue of 8 innings, so he's fine for now. And here's Grody. And a 1-4 fly ball to right. And there is James, 1 down. Here is Tim Foley. And a 4-8. That's ball 4. Second time Foley's reached base today. And the Cubs are going to bring the corners in, expecting a bunt. And so that'll make Seaver a B bunter. All right, Seaver, here's the pitch from Pizarro. Seaver squares around. And that's a good bunt that's laid down. First baseman collects, throws, and in time for sacrifice 3-4, Foley moves to second. And that'll leave it up to Ted Martinez to try to bring home the tying run. And a 2-9, and he swings and misses, strike 3. So Martinez has the hat trick, and not the good kind. All right, we go to the top of the 8th. And this is Seaver will come out to work. Here's James, Heiser, and Fanzone. Here's Cleo James, 3-5. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Number 7 for Seaver. Here is Gene Heiser. Okay, sorry about that. All right, here's Heiser, 1 for 3 today with a single. And a 3-5 against a righty. That is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So number 8 for Seaver. Here is Carmen Fanzone. Oops, let me get the lineup turned around here. All right, so Fanzone is 1 for 3, but that one was a large one, a home run. And a 3-9 against a righty. Ground ball to second in the hole. Foley gets it, throws to first, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. This is Pizarro's point of weakness, so we will keep an eye. And Ron Tompkins and Bill Bonham are loosening in the pen. All right. And Pizarro will face Jorgensen, Jones, and Clendenin here in the bottom of the 8th. And a 4-9 against the lefty, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fifth strikeout for Pizarro, and here's Cleon Jones. And a 3-5 against the lefty, base hit. So Cleon Jones has reached base 3 times. And they will hold him on. And here's Don Clendenin. And do they want to pull for Tompkins? No. Not yet. All right, so here's the pitch from Pizarro to Clendenin. And a 5-5. And that ball is ripped and it's off the wall, but it bounds away from the center fielder. Hitting second, going to third is Jones. He's not going to stop there, and he's in there. And going to third is Clendenin. Oh my, they've been wanting to hit that all day. Normal home run was 1-13, but that's a 18, so RBI triple for Clendenin. And this game is tied, and they are going to go to the bullpen. Ron Tompkins is going to come into the game. Ooh, and Tompkins comes into a situation here. And will the Mets call? No, they like Stanton's defense. So the infield will come in. Runner on third, 1 down. And game is tied at 2. I just need Stanton to get a deep fly ball. So, all right. So here's Leroy Stanton. 4-10. Oh boy, catcher X for Rudolph. And that's an 18. 4 and 18. And that ball gets by Rudolph. In to score is Clendenin. And the Mets take a 3-2 lead. And the next pitch is Stanton gets jammed. Pumps it up behind home plate. Rudolph throws off the mask and makes the catch. Oh boy, but not until... And here's 2 down, nobody on. Mets lead 3-2. Seaver is loosening, but so is Danny Frisella and Tug McGraw, in case they are needed. And a 2-7 against a righty base hit for Aspromonte. So that would have scored a run anyways. And here is Jerry Grody. 3-8. And that ball is crushed deep left field, way back and gone. Jerry Grody has just put the Mets ahead by a 5-2 score. Wow. 3-8 against a righty, 1-6 is a home run, and he put up a 3. So Ron Tompkins has not exactly spelled relief here for the Cubs. And Bill Bonham and Ray Newman are loosening in the pen. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. The Mets have put across 4. And 6-8 against a righty. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will retire the side. But not until the Mets push across 4 on an RBI triple by Clendenin, a pass ball, and a 2-run home run by Jerry Grody. Wow. All right, so Seaver's going to come out for the 9th. He's faced 30 batters. And they have called... Oh, no, we're going to save him. Ooh, yeah, we're going to save him. All right, so here is Pat Bork. 6-3 against a lefty. Whew, lucky that wasn't against a righty. Base hit. Center field. And McGraw looks to be, and Frisella are ready if needed. Here's Popovich. They're not holding Bork on. And a 2-4 against a righty is a fly ball to left. Jones is there. One down. And Brock Davis is being called back. They're going to bring in Billy Williams to pinch hit. Davis 0 for 3 today. And here's the pitch to Billy Williams. 4-8 against the lefty. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Number 9 for Seaver. And that'll leave it up for Hector Torres. And here's the pitch to Torres. 2 outs. Runner on first. Mets fans on their feet. 2-5. And Torres rips this one to center field and gets over Jorgensen's head. Hitting third is Bork, not being held on 10-11. 2 outs means it's a 13. And the center fielder, Jorgensen, has no arm. One to 13, so 65% chance. No, they're going to put the stop sign on third. And up comes Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, to pinch hit for Rudolph. And if needed, let's see, who's a backup catcher? Chris Cannizzaro would come into the game if needed. So Banks will bat for Rudolph. All right, so Seaver will face Banks, and tying run at the plate. And a 2-6, and that's a high pop-up. Got under it. Shortstop is Martinez, makes the catch. Ball game. Final score from Shea Stadium. Mets win this one 5-2. Seaver goes the distance. And the only 2 runs he gave up were solo home runs to Carmen Fanzone and Juan Pizarro. And we'll be back right after this to give you the Seaver stats for the season. All right, we're back after a quick break. And here's the breakdown for Seaver after 32 starts. He has an 18-6 record. He's given up 67 earned runs in 226 2/3 innings with 250 strikeouts, and his ERA is now 2.66. All right, so next game, start number 33, will be the Mets traveling to Wrigley Field, and Tom Seaver will face a young Bert Hooton, making one of his earlier starts in his career. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please make sure you hit the like button. And if you have not already subscribed, please do so if you like. And if you do subscribe, please make sure the bell icon is clicked so that you can get any notification of any new videos. And whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good night, everybody.